Hello everyone and welcome back to The Addiction. In today's video we're going to replace a stereo in a Nissan Murano. So we're replacing this radio because this auxiliary in here is inoperable, doesn't work. So I'm going to show you how to take the radio out and change the faceplate so we can maybe make our auxiliary in work. So first thing, looking underneath the radio, we're going to have to pop that light out right there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that light and we're going to pop it downwards with our tool. Like so, and we're going to do that on both sides. The next thing we're going to see is that Phillips head screwdriver right there. We're going to take those out on both sides. Okay, next, after the screws are out, we're going to pop this out. And same thing on the driver's side. Okay, after those are taken out on both sides, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this bottom panel with Phillips there, and then the very top, the Phillips there, and there. And then our radio will come out with a Phillips there, and there. Okay, once you've gotten the screws out of everything, this top piece here will pop out. And as you can see, those bottom tabs there hold part of the radio in. Okay, just to make things a little easier on the plastic here, when you take it out, there's a tab approximately right here. You just take your hand under there and you can fill it, and you push up and pull out. It'll be a little easier on the plastic when it comes out. Okay, once we have our top panel off and our bottom panel off, we can get to our screws for the radio itself. There, behind that cord, there, and there. Okay, with all of our screws removed, the radio just pulls forward. And you'll also need to pull your gear shifter selector all the way back down to D, so you can get to the plugs on the rear. There, and there. Okay, once your radio is out and your shifter selector is in drive, you can now get to the plugs on the back. Here we have our old radio. I need to get it out of the radio frame. So here we have Torx bits, and I'm going to use the Torx 20 to get those out. After all your screws are taken out, to get the radio out of the frame, all you have to do is you spread these two apart, that way, and then you pull up, and your radio should come right out. So we're replacing this radio because unfortunately the auxiliary in is broken on this one. Now, we ordered a replacement on eBay for $15 plus shipping, and everything looked great except for it got a little beat up on the sides. I'm not sure if that damage occurred when it was getting taken out or when it was shipped, but nonetheless, we're going to show you how to take it off. Here we have our replacement radio. I have it upside down and flipped over, and so I don't mess up the buttons on the cover, I put down a small rag, a little microfiber rag there, and now we're going to go ahead and take apart these screws right here. Now that I have all the screws out of the faceplate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all these tabs off of each corner very gently with my finger, and I'm going to gently wiggle the faceplate off. We need to take off the volume knobs, and all you have to do is just gently pull and they come right out. Okay, after gently prying up with a small flathead screwdriver, this faceplate just comes off. Now, like an aftermarket radio, it simply connects with a little connection right there. And that's how the faceplate comes off of a Murano radio. Now that we have our radio switched out into the radio bracket, we can now start putting it together. And that consists of doing the reverse of what we did to take it out. So we're going to start with putting our radio back in, hooking up the connections, and screwing it in with the 4 screws on the very top and the very bottom. Now that our connections are in, now we can push the radio back into its spot and screw it down. After our radio is in and screwed down, now we can clip in the bottom trim and screw it down. After our bottom trim is in, we can put the top one in, and then we can plug it in. Okay, after our plug is in, we can then slide it in with these tabs right here, there, and there, slid into the holes right here. Okay, after our top panels are in, then we can put these back, snap them in, and then put the 2 screws in on the bottom, there and there. Now that we got our top cover on, now we can put our bottom cover on. I'm going to plug in our light and snap it in. And there you have it. That's how you replace a Nissan Murano stereo. Thank you everyone for watching. If this video helped you out in any way, hit the like button and leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.